hospitals, right? They're supposed to be these safe havens,
Yeah.
the places where people go to heal.
Yeah.
But recently, the shooting at UPMC Memorial, that really reminds us that even these places that we think of as sanctuaries can become
Become scenes of violence. Yeah.
scenes of violence. Yeah, it's kind of disturbing.
Yeah, it is.
So this happened on insert date, and it's pretty scary. Basically, a description, just open fire in this specific department. I think the final count was number dead
Oh,
and
yeah.
number injured.
Tragic.
It's really tragic, just total chaos. There was one eyewitness who described it as absolute pandemonium.
Oh, I bet. You can only imagine. I mean,
I know.
yeah.
And it really makes you think, like, what are we doing to keep people safe in these places?
Yeah.
Patients, the staff, everybody.
Yeah, it's a question that a lot of people have been asking since the shooting. I mean, across the country, really.
Yeah.
It's not just a tragic event. It's almost like a wake-up call, kind of forcing hospitals to think about things they never really wanted to.
Right, the unthinkable.
Yeah, exactly.
And for the staff at UPMC, I mean, they've been dealing with so much already, with the pandemic and everything.
Yeah, the pressure they've been under, it's unimaginable.
So it must have been just absolutely devastating for them.
Yeah, I mean, you think about the immediate shock, but there's the long-term trauma, too.
Right.
Imagine you're a nurse and you see something like this. How do you just go back to work like normal? Like, every time the doors open, you're probably jumping, right? Wondering if it's going to happen again. That kind of stress.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it can lead to burnout, PTSD. I mean, some people might even just leave healthcare altogether.
Yeah, it's understandable. I mean, one nurse said we're healers, not soldiers.
Right.
And, you could just hear the weight of everything in that statement.
Definitely. They didn't sign up for this,
Exactly. But I guess shifting gears a bit, I mean, how did this even happen in the first place?
Yeah.
What about security? Where was security in all of this?
That's the question everyone's asking, right? And it's a tough one because hospitals, they need to be open. They need to be accessible.
Right.
You can't just lock them down like a prison.
Yeah.
But after this shooting, a lot of hospitals are really rethinking their security, protocols. And some of the things they're considering, they're pretty extreme.
Like what?
Well, some are talking about metal detectors at every entrance, but that could make the hospital feel less welcoming, less like a place of healing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it kind of creates a weird vibe.
Exactly. And some are even suggesting armed guards.
Wow.
Which, I mean, that's a big step.
Armed guards in a hospital. I mean, is that really the answer?
Well, it's definitely controversial, but a lot of people say it's just a Band-Aid solution,
Right.
Just focusing on making the hospital itself more secure, but not actually dealing with the bigger issue.
Which is?
Well, the whole gun violence issue in America, right?
Yeah.
Some people say we need to fix the problem at the source, not just react to it after the fact.
Okay, so then where do we go from here? I mean, the CEO of UPMC, he said they want to honor the victims with action. But what does that even look like?
Well, like you said, it's a loaded statement, right? It really depends who you ask.
Correct.
Some people, they want to invest in, fancy security tech. Like, imagine AI-powered cameras that can, spot potential threats before anything happens, that kind of stuff.
Like Minority Report kind of thing?
Kind of, yeah. And some hospitals are already testing those systems. But then other people, they think the answer is stricter gun control laws. That they want to tackle the problem at the societal level.
So basically, no easy answers.
No, not at all. It's a complicated issue, and it's going to take a lot of difficult conversations to figure out the best way forward.
It really feels like this whole event has just opened up a Pandora's box,
Yeah, it has.
So much to think about.
Absolutely. But it's important to have these conversations, right? Because this shooting, it shows how vulnerable our healthcare system is. And it makes us ask some really tough questions about security, about gun control, about how to keep everyone safe.
Right, both the patients and the people who are caring for them.
Yeah.
So just to kind of wrap things up, we've been talking about this tragic shooting at UPMC Memorial and all the things it's brought to light, the impact on healthcare workers, the need for better security, the whole debate about gun control. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But I want to leave you with something to think about.
Okay.
As you go about your day, think about the hospitals in your community. Are they prepared for something like this? And what role do you think you can play in making sure they're safe? For everyone, the patients, the doctors, the nurses, everyone. Because this shooting, it shows that even places that are meant for healing, they're not immune to the problems of the world.
Right.
And it's on all of us to try and find solutions.
It is.
It really is.